This is how sticky your Cricut mat should be. Hey, Felicia here. Today I'm going to clean a few of my Cricut mats, and if you didn't know you could do this, you need to watch this video. When I first started out with my Cricut, I spent a lot of money on Cricut mats. When they'd get dirty or lose their stickiness, I'd go buy new ones. I had no idea that you could clean them. Now that I've learned that, I've got mats that I've used for several years. We headed to our local dollar store and picked up a few cleaning supplies. We grabbed some baby wipes, and we already had some Dawn dish soap at home, but they do sell that too, and apparently it's a hot item since there was only one left on the shelf. We also picked up some LA's Totally Awesome, and each of these were only $1.25. I've got 3 mats that have lost their stickiness and are fairly dirty with dust and particles. I've gone ahead and labeled the back of each with the product we'll be using on them, so in the end, we'll know which one was which. Here's a brand new Cricut mat. When I lift up the protective cover, it lifts the mat up because it's so sticky. The cover on this other mat that I've been using for quite some time doesn't even stick anymore. Here's a tip. Don't remove the protective covers from your Cricut mats and just throw them away. Once you're done using a mat, put that protective cover back on it to keep it clean. And apparently there is a difference in the 2 sides of that clear cover. Before I use a Cricut mat and remove the cover for the first time, I write something on it so I know which side is up. And I recently read a helpful tip to write the word on the up side of the cover before you remove it. Then if you go to put the cover back on the mat the wrong way, it will say no, although the N is backwards. First, I started with the baby wipes, and the nice thing about these is that you can do this in your craft room without making a mess. No water is needed. But I found it time-consuming, and honestly, my finger hurt from scrubbing the whole mat with this flimsy cloth. Once I was done, I went ahead and set that aside to let it dry. I then moved on to LA's Totally Awesome, and I hadn't used this before, but I'd heard good things. So I sprayed a generous amount all over the mat and let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes before using a scraper to push the dirt off. I wasn't pressing hard, and it cleaned up very nicely. Look at all the gunk coming off of this. Once I finished doing that, I went ahead and set this one aside to let it dry as well. And then I moved on to Dawn. I put the dish soap around the mat and then added some warm water and used my hand to massage the soap in. I then grabbed a sponge and really worked it in before rinsing it off with warm water and setting it aside. Cleaning with baby wipes was okay, and the mat did gain back some of its stickiness, but not a ton. LA's Totally Awesome was a surprise, and that mat was very sticky. Dawn dish soap performed well, but it came in second. I'd have to say LA's Totally Awesome outperformed everything, and it would be the product I would use going forward to clean my mats. If you've had success with something different, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.